Hello there! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day this is for you. A Wednesday for me. Wild unknown within Wednesdays, alright. I know it's going to be a short week here because I had a healing weekend. Went and camped by myself for a little bit and then stopped in to see family on the way home. Was beautiful. And Friday, I was healing with the horsies. I'm just getting some pictures here to show you. Yeah, I posted this one on the Facebook. That was on the way. Put my cowboy hat on and everything. That was a hat I got from my Aunt Gladys. So it's my Aunt Gladys's hat. And I can't show you any of the other participants. I can show you this donkey. And this was at the Main Intent. Maine as in horsey Maine. M-A-N-E. The mainintent.ca. Set up by Nij Kiwentida through Kawartha Sexual Assault Clinic. Let me show you Mrs. Raven. I got to walk. So beautiful. And then one of the new horses came up to me. Oh, this is Leroy. Leroy kept rubbing my belly. Leroy, isn't he a cute little ass? That's a cute little ass, eh? Welcome, me English ni me, Majanki Quay, your friendly, freaky ass, sweet grass water medicine woman. Also Christiana Carr, Chris Carr, superstar. All this beautiful divine being right here. Welcome, you beautiful divine beings, right here too. And look at that moon. It was the moon when I woke up on Friday. Isn't that beautiful? Taken with my cell phone. Cell phone takes really good pictures. Now let me see. Show you the two horses I got to walk. Well, we all did. Oh, here's the horny goat too. His name was Bob. There's Bob, the horny goat. Isn't he cute? Was sweet. Yeah, he was itchy. I scratched his head and he just kept rubbing up on his head. And then he was rubbing his head on his friend's butt too. Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful time. Never done anything like that before. And I was so grateful for that opportunity. So grateful. Well, one of the new horses came up to me. This was Sally, and then walked me out. Sally, but it also gave an indication that she was ready to work with the clients because she was so gentle with me. She came up and walked me out as Sally. Beautiful. It was a beautiful, beautiful time. Absolutely. You want to go check that out for yourself. It's called The Main Intent. Go this way. Yes. So this is Raven. She's the head mare. So we got to walk them to the end of the arena and then back. And then we have, oh, see, that's one of the things. Love the journey, possibilities. It's a beautiful place out there in Indian River. And then there's Sebastian. He was the other dude. We got to walk to the end of the arena and then bring them back. Learning about connection and boundaries. So beautiful. So I highly recommend that to anybody. And you don't have to have any horse experience or anything. And I know they're big animals and they can be intimidating sometimes, but it's so beautiful the way you get relaxed. It just is so beautiful. I am so grateful to have had that experience. And it kicked off a beautiful healing weekend for me since lots of stuff coming up. Right, today it was canceled. I thought I had a thing today, but that was canceled. Oh, here we go. This is Prince Hari. He's got sensitive eyes, so he wears that. And that's Sally. And I guess they like, so there's a blog on the Main Intent page, I believe, called When Hari Met Sally. Beautiful, huh? Look at those horses. Oh, hey! Loving it. And then I went and stayed at Osler Lake Provincial Park. I'm liking that because if you're a person that lives in Ontario with disabilities, you just need the sticker, or you don't have to be on ODSP, but even just having a wheelchair sticker for your vehicle gets you 50% off at all provincial parks in Ontario. So that was very handy to be able to do that. I was blessed with, a gift to be able to go and do that, because I couldn't afford it on my own. It just goes to show true colors of people just want you to be when there is no need for it. They keep you at their... Anyways, let's move on, people. Let's see what energies we're dealing with today. The Wild Unknown Wednesdays. Going deep dive into the wild unknown. Ooh. Let's go. Okay. Got that cleared up. I'm going to share my pictures from the horsey farm. And it's too much for me to go through pictures. I get caught up and lost in my pictures. And then I forget that I'm... right. I'm supposed to be doing something here. So let's get on. Let's get on. It's 6:30 right now. 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this. I got the archetype cards. I did take them out camping with me, but they didn't go out camping. But they were in nature. First night was a little scary. Set everything up in the rain. See what I had to deal with, too. Something happening on the site across from me. It was scary. I felt scared for the girl over there because the one was putting off his... And I saw the next day, guy wasn't that big. Isn't it the little guys that act the loudest because they need to be intimidating? And I saw the life cycle and see him kneel down, apologizing to that girl. I'm so glad that I was able to switch campsites. I booked a different campsite for the next day, but then that one wasn't available because I ended up booking it for the same day that I booked it instead of booking it ahead of time. So it was beautiful they had another site for me. Oh, beautiful, like the best site. So I was very grateful for that. I mean, it still worked out. Still worked out even better than I planned it myself. It always does. That's why I'll always give up. Give up to Creator. Always handle it better than you could yourself. I mean, they've got the higher perspective. You see a whole lot more than we do. So, the river, the judge, going through that stuff. Okay. Let's call in all of our energies from the east. Path of illumination and clarity. Place of fire. Place of man. Calling back all of our energies from the south, the waters, the childhood, the emotions, the place of innocence. Calling back all of our energies from the west. It's the physical, the earth, woman, place of introspection. Calling back all of our energies from the north, the air, the mental, their wisdom years. Walking a red road, the earth walk. Maybe we're a little bunch of poets, but look at how we read. Look at our books and stuff. Because when we have that poetry, those rhymes, those things stick in the head, right? That's why we get those jingles, commercials. They all know how to, right? And we can get roped into that poetry. Somebody uses those pretty words and everything. We fall for that so easily. Hopefully as we get older, going up into our wisdom years. Look at that. They've got a crystal ball. Look at that, right? We think somebody knows best for us or whatever because they tell us to. Mama knows best, right? Listen to your elders, respect your elders, and we need to do all that. But, hopefully those elders are teaching us to check our own systems, learn what it is that makes up us, right? Our own poetry, that we are beautiful pieces of art from the Creator. Maybe, I don't know, what is that for you? But to the blue, the north, red road, south to north. That's the red road, our earth walk, where we become the pilgrims in our own lives. We're going back. traversing those dark spots that don't have the maps. Right? The pilgrim is going into those places that have not yet been explored, that we dare not go. The deepest parts inside of ourselves. It's not outside. The greatest adventure is going inside, deep inside, discovering who you are. Because who you are is nowhere outside of you. It's all within you. Whoa, look within. Do you see all that detail on those cards? Just beautiful. And then east to west is the blue road of spirit. Gnosis. 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 Okay, I'm going to just have a quick look at this one. There we go. This is the innermost knowing, the mystic truth. That's where we go when we get up into the north, right? We do those deep dives to truly find out who we are. And we find out that we're not who others said we are. We're who Creator made us to be. Who we choose to be because we have free will. So even though Creator made us for a certain purpose, then we get to, hey, like Antelope went and asked, here, can I serve this way, right? East to west is blue road of spirits. So even though we're made in a certain way, that's still up to us to live up to our fullest potential. Or maybe we don't. But we won't unless we tap into that spirit inside. Because we cannot deny. Denying any parts of ourselves, we're going to deny it out there too. Look inside, deep within. Okie dokie. So, the gnosis in east to west is the blue road of spirit, right? And there's the west. We go into those caves. But is that scary or is that the safe place to go? Because there's always that light. You are the light in the darkness. Be the light. Be a blessing. Be a gift that you are. We look in that introspection. We go deep, deep inside. We're doing those deep dives, exploring those dark caves within ourselves. What did we hide? That little baby's in that dark cave. Are you going to leave that little baby in that dark cave, or are you going to go in? Introspection. That's the west. East to west, a blue road of spirit. Above, below, and within. Okay, and one pop out. Whoops. Notice this just comes like that. A bunch of them right there, but just one. Main focus for today, this week, whenever you want to come back to it. Timeless, because not dealing in the future. It's about current energies, life lessons. We'll all learn. We will all go through. To look within. Some guides to help you going within. Things to look at. Focal point. Sometimes we need that focal point because we can get all over. Get all dizzy. Like, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, so I need a focal point. I need help. I don't need people to boss me around like I don't know what I'm doing. But sometimes you need a little more direction. Right? You get a job. They have a list of your job duties to give you some details. Right? What is that archetype here? Oh. Just one. Just one. Thank you. Just one. Getting a little easier to shuffle. Ay, ay, ay. Just one. One. Oh, there. One just slipped out right to the bottom. Right there. The comic. Ay. Creator things are so funny. You're so funny. You're so funny. He. It's the comic. The comic. And sometimes we end up laughing at ourselves too much that we don't take ourselves seriously anymore. Our top card is the riddle. Oh my goodness. That's the top. Okay. Just gonna put that there. That's the top card. The comic and the riddle. And the bottom card is agape. The agape love. Whatever, guapo, agape, agapo. Didn't we have that at one point? I couldn't remember. Maybe babies? I don't know. So we put that aside for now. Now we go in and read those. Let's get the animal spirit to go with it. And then we do the overalls after, right? The tarots. We'll do the tarot after. Where are we at now? 1534. 1535 it just switched to. Out. We're calling in with these ones. Okay, spirit animals, thank you. Sweet Jesus got all my relations. All of our animal relations. Just one that goes with the comic. To tell us, to go more into the medicine that's being offered with this. There we go. The fire ant. It's in my pants. It's in my pants. Weirdo. I know. Wouldn't have me any other way, though. Look at that. Oranges and yellows. It goes with that in there. Darkness. I don't want to. I'm setting these to right over the flame. There. So I don't want to be right over the flame. Close enough to it. Alright. The fire ant. The fire ant. And I don't want anything caught on fire. And then the top card. The hawk. That's the top card that goes with these animals. And the bottom card is the dragon. Ooh, okay. Love that. So that's our top and bottoms over her. Okay. And we'll go through this afterwards to get it all. To get it all sorted out. Okay. So let's start now. Where are we? 1740. The comic. Look at that. And I just opened right to the riddle. Those to fall down under the books that did end. The people. We need the people. The comic right there. It is right there. Okay. The comic. The Joker. The clown. The fool. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up out of the darkness through laughter. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar, rather than to be swept away by the drama. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician, working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. When light, hilarious, ingenious, spirited, and easygoing. When dark, sarcastic, harsh, brooding, drunk. To go deeper, images of laughing Buddha or stand-up or improv comedy. That'd be awesome, eh? Love it. Laughter is the best medicine. That's what I like. That's my favorite medicine of it all. The comic has plenty of shade to throw on others, and it can fall into shadow at the drop of a hat. Beware of their sharp claws. Yeah, because sometimes we can make fun of others, and then that's not funny. It's not funny to make fun of others. You know, not especially if things that they don't have the control over, you know. Joy, jokes, and smiles are signs of a happy heart. Be wary of spiritual practices or teachers who leave the comic by the wayside. And I love in traditional ceremonies and stuff, laughter is a part of that. But do you laugh in church? Well, no, there's appropriate times and blah, 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 blah. But sometimes that's the instinct. For me, I laugh when I'm scared. I laugh when I'm angry. I laugh when I'm sad. That's my defense, maybe. I don't know. And sometimes it doesn't work because when you laugh and somebody's trying to hurt you, then they just go harder, try to hit you. Sometimes they give up because it's not working. Had a bit of both. Some just give up and leave me alone. Thank you very much. I appreciated that. And some that just keep going and then blame you for it. And then they blame you for it. So that's the comic. We're going to put we'll read the animals after. Because now we're going to go to the riddle, the top and the bottom cards. This over here. An ant is going up here with it. The fire ant. Fire auntie. The fire auntie. And we're going to read the riddle now, hey? Okay. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. The riddle. What is that? The puzzle. The question. The mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately, it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small, and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. In a Zen koan? Koan, K-O-N. In a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor all right. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may, in fact, be the only reality there is. That not knowing may, in fact, be the only reality there is. We don't know till we get there. When light, a great awakening or aha moment. When dark, manipulation, deceit, and trickery. Go deeper. Practice the Buddhist I don't know mind. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what I'm doing. Ponder the cones. The coin, ponder these cones. But I don't know. The coin that's lost in the river is found in the river. The coin that's lost in the river is found in the river. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. What? Ponder these cones. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. The coin that's lost in the river is found in the river. So that makes sense. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. Interesting. What does that mean? The riddle. Who am I? Who are you? The only way to work with a riddle successfully is not to work, is to not work. The only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. The more you try to figure it out, the more it eludes you. If you let it come to you. Lots of that too. The more I try and figure something out and then I let it go, it comes to me. Instead of trying to force it and make it happen. Because we only get little pieces. We don't know. So why do we push on some things like we do? Because we think, oh no, is it what we want? Is it really what's meant to be for us? Or, it is, what is that? An ego self? Somebody else had it? The agape, let's look at that. Devotion and unconditional love. What if instead of putting myself at the center of your spiritual practice, don't put myself at the center of your spiritual practice. What if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, Goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder. Our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form. And like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? When light, service, reverence, honor, joy. When dark, spiritual bypassing, righteousness. Go deeper. Children's choirs from around the world. Oh, that gives me chills. Whew, excuse me. Agape can also be felt as an overwhelming love of family, partner, community. Recognize it by a deep swell of gratitude. That's what I got. Children's choirs and then missing my children, but I am grateful to have been vessel. Whew. Whoo! Language. The Greek word agape informs the English word agape. To have the mouth agape. The Greek word agape informs the English words agape. To have mouth agape is to be awestruck by something of breathtaking delight. And we are made humble. Once again. Poof, woo, whoa. Whoa, whoa, wowie, woes. Okay? I know I'm reading them different each time I do this thing on Wednesdays, aren't I? Aren't I? But that's alright. I'll timestamp it all there for yes. Okay, let's go on to the animals now. It's the top and bottom card. Now I read the fire ant. Just the fire ant. Nothing to say to us. Fire ant, the fire ant that goes with the dragon and the hawk. Hack goes with the hack. The fire ant up there with the comic. Isn't that funny? Ants in your pants, you know, jumping around. You got ants in your pants. I met you in somebody's island. You thought you'd know me before. I bought you a crate of papaya. They waited all night by your door. You probably wouldn't remember. I probably couldn't forget. Jungle love and the surf and the pouring rain. Everything's better when it's wet. That's the Steve Miller Band. Jungle Love. Right? Steve Miller Band? Jungle Love? Well, that was a dizzy. Okay. Anyways, the fire ant going with the comic over here, okay? Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Wow. With the comic, these together? Wow, okay. Let me put that up here. What? Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Does that sound like an opposite from a comic? Wow, interesting. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people in situations that feed our imbalances, rather than those that counter them. Whoa, whoa. It's the force that attracts us to people in situations that feed our imbalances, rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. When in balance, it's thoughtful and disciplined. When out of balance, argues in excess heat and gossips. To bring into balance, solo time and walks at night. The coolness of the night. That makes sense. Some solo time and walks at night. Because it get crowded. Look at that. It seems like everybody's on to one. There. Is that all going through the middle? How can that work? And then the one stuck in the middle. Oh my goodness. That's why getting out all on your own might help. finding out who you are. These ant colonies is all one brain. So some families want to think like that we're all one brain, but we're not. We all have our different brains. We're all part of the one greater all. But we all have our own brains, our own free will, our own way of thinking. Or do we? Have you developed your own way of thinking, or you just follow along what other people tell you to think? What is that? Do you think for yourself? Are you disciplined in your own life? Your own work? What is that for you? Because I don't know. I don't know what that is for you. Here's our top and bottom ones. 2. 35, 51. There we go. Hak. Hak. It's the air. That's the earth. There. Oh, look at that. I just opened straight to it right there. Well, not straight to it. I looked this way and looked that way, and then it was like, boop, right there. Watchful. All seeing. Messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings and is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. Wow. What is that? That riddle, right? Because we need to sit with it. There's a message coming in through. The more we try to figure it out, right? So we need to laugh at ourselves thinking that we need to figure this out and let it come to us. Spend that time alone. Go for a walk at night. Whatever that is that you're being called to do, help you get in touch with those messages. That agape love in you. That agape love that's coming from Spirit and Mother Earth. What is that for you? Look at that inside. What is that message that's coming to you now? And then we're going to look at it. The dragon. The dragon. The dragon. 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 Oh, the dragon. I love the dragon. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Oh, look at underneath that is deer. Gentle as the deer. Beautiful. That's a beautiful card too, that dragon card. You see that shininess in that? Well, these are special ones in this deck. These are special ones in the deck here. Special card. The dragon. Oh, it just reminds me of a Stephen King book, The Eye of the Dragon. My brother Jason got that for me. It's still in my teenage years, but oh, I love that book. Love that book. There was messages in that book. You notice things that we read can be messages from Spirit too. What is it that you're being drawn to? That's how you get that message. Here we go. This is about seeing one's most true self. Right? We laugh at ourselves because we tried the other way, right? Maybe we were too serious. We need to laugh a little bit at ourselves. Maybe we laughed too much and we needed to balance that with some serious energy. What is that? Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon, another one, sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath. And will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. And can easily drop into a witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend Never-ending story. Oh. You see that dragon? Looks like a big puppy. Oh, I wanted to ride that one so much. Anyways. Oh. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self. The one who is watching us. The baby. The one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and we traverse even the most difficult terrain. The dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. The dragon in the third eye chakra. The subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center. The Manipura chakra. Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems. And behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. Well, it's not the third eye chakra, the third chakra, excuse me. It's the root, sacral, and your solar plex chakra. That would be the solar plex chakra. I'm going third eye. It's not the third eye. It's the third chakra. A root, sacral, solar plex. The solar plex chakra. There we go. Okay, so that's why transformative and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So got to keep that healthy. That self-esteem, your self-worth, man, that's the greatest defense against abusers. Okay? And anybody else that wants to try to control you, to manipulate you in any way. Knowing ourselves, right? Know the true self within, and those without can never fool you. Again, they will try. Of course, there's always going to be those that will try, for sure. But when we know ourselves, we're not going to be thrown off, because those who are easily offended are easily controlled. So do you get offended by things easily? Right? And so then watch that, because then you can be controlled. All right? And what is it that offends you? Are you taking on stuff before you know who you are? So, you know, oh, maybe I could do that. We go try that. Whatever that is for you. What is it all saying to you? Let's get the tarot cards out to give us a little more deeper on these. Okay? Clarification or advice to go with these. Thank you so much. And we can get through this. I think I'll have 15 minutes left on it. We'll have a long one. That's fine. But I haven't been on since Thursday, right? I didn't do one on Friday because I was away. Making sure that I'm going to stay up straight now. Yeah, what happened was the whole deck was upside down. There was only a couple. That's what happened the last time I was on here. Interesting how it all works. I don't know how it works. I just do it. Let it go through me. It's not from me. It goes through me. Whatever messages are meant for you, I hope they get through. You hear them too. And then you'll know exactly what to do. What to do for you that helps others too. Okay, let's call them in there. Get them all lined up with the rest. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hello? Everything. It didn't quite flip, but I just got a flash of the two of cups. Beautiful. Okay, we're just going to let them, look it, keeps getting on that bottom, that Hierophant card. That kind of goes with those ants, right? That seriousness. Right, okay. So what goes with the ant and the comet? Give us one to clarify on that, and then we'll go top and bottoms here. One to clarify with the ant and the comet. Thank you very much. And then we'll look at the top and bottom. Thank you, thank you. Oh, let's go. Deeper clarity on the comic and fire ant. Bring that together. Help us here, thank you. Just the one. Nope, that's a bunch. Have a quick look. We just want the one. Just the one. The Empress. Six of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. Beautiful Swan, which is the Father of Cups. Should be the King, I think. Separate them in there like that. One card. Thank you. One card. Help us bring together ant and the comic. And we'll have the top and the bottom. There we go. The moon. Tis the moon. The moon, the moon, the moon. Oh my goodness, Hierophant went to the bottom again. There was something else on the bottom. So, to move these over her. Bring that out. Go up a little bit higher. The Hierophant. The Hierophant. And what's on the top? The Hierophant. Oh, and the Four of Cups. The mouse, the detail. Look at that darkness. We have to go into the darkness. There's always darkest before the dawn. Wow, but look at that bright that's coming out of that. Here's the moon. The moon and that intuition. What is that for you? Okay, we'll read that first, because that goes with those fire ants in the comic up there to bring that together. Seeing, right? What can you can see a lot on that full moon night, right? Yes, star. The moon. Vivid dreams and fears. In many ways, the moon card encompasses the idea of the wild unknown. It is the shadow realm, the place where dreams, fears, and mysteries are born. Much darkness can linger here. And if you aren't careful, this can lead to periods of anxiety and self-doubt. Almost as though you've lost your way in a house of mirrors. Many great artists have roamed this inner landscape. It's where the imagination and creativity drift freely upon the midnight air. It only illuminates some things, right? So there's still some things that are unseen, but we need to take those actions. But if we don't go looking in that dark, we don't even venture out, and we just keep our heads down, our eyes closed, and we're not going to see those answers that come to us, those things that are illuminated in the dark. But show us where our attention needs to be drawn to. Show us where we've gotten too serious. Show us where we need to be more serious. What is that for you? Right? Or we're staying in the dark too long, complaining, well, there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can do. So we just, all right, there's acceptance. I'm just accepting this is the way it is, and I'm just always going to be miserable, or everybody's supposed to be miserable. This is life. Life's a bitch, and then you die, right? So what is it? What is that saying for you. Can you laugh at yourself that you accepted some things like that? Right? What is that for you? As I say to you, so look at it. Look at it. What is those things that you're denying in yourself? Maybe you're pointing it out in somebody else, but you're not looking at yourself. Oh, look at that one. Blames everybody, blames everybody, blames everybody. But are you looking? And do you meet the gossipers and things like that? And then they're gossiping about others, and then you're starting to take on their opinions and whatever, whatnots, what have yous. Do you notice that? Do you notice it in yourself? Am I noticing this person's gossip because the universe is trying to show me the gossiper that I be? I don't know. What is that for you? Then we look at this top. The Four of Cups is about choices and not seeing, or maybe too many choices, right? And this helps us out with that Hawk and the Riddle. Hawk and the Riddle. Right there. Goes with those two. Hawk and the Riddle. Give us some clarity here. Thank you very much. Four of Cups. There we go. Greed or discontent. An outsider would look upon your life and see supportive relationships, pleasures, and even a bit of luxury. Wow. But you don't see it that way. Instead, there's discontentment, apathy, and even greed for more. The Four of Cups warns not to take your situation for granted, or the people who supported you along the way. Don't take the people who supported you for granted either. Look around you. What are you truly longing for? And name it. That's the riddle. We think we want one thing, right? And this is the way to get it. Like, that money. Well, success is about how much money and blah, blah, blah. But that's not it. That's the riddle. Because then we get all that thing and we're not happy. Right? So the outsider looks and sees, well, you got everything in physical. You look so successful. But money doesn't buy happiness, right? We already know that. So can we laugh at ourselves and see that riddle? Where we've gotten this message that we need to have more stuff to be happy. But actually, the more stuff you have, the more misery you have. You're not free. You're not free. The stuff keeps you... can't go and explore, and you got more stuff to worry about. I got to have alarms and everything so my stuff doesn't get stolen. But anything that's inside can't be taken from you. So that true happiness, everything, has to begin within. Or it can't be sustained. It's not sustainable to keep giving and giving and giving and giving it out. And then there's nothing left for us. And then we sit back and we become the whiners and complainers. Look at what they did to me. Oh, they're so ungrateful. But I keep giving it to them. I keep giving it to them. I don't put down any boundaries. But it's all their fault for the way they're treating me. I'm not taking any responsibilities because I didn't put down boundaries. And there is some. The ones that get upset with you for placing down those boundaries are the ones that were benefiting from you not having them. So pay attention to that when you are putting down those boundaries, as you have every right to. We're all human beings, human bodies. We're all human beings in these human bodies. And we're all responsible for ourselves, especially as adults, to take care of that little inside. Nobody's fault anymore. Ours. We have to heal it. We're not responsible for the abuse done to us, but we are 100% responsible for healing that as adults now, to take care of that little inside. It's up to you. Is that what you're doing? Or are you still blaming somebody else? If only they would get it together, then I could get it together. Or, right, how can I do good when they're doing so bad? So then we hold ourselves back. Let's laugh at ourselves. Let's not take life too seriously, but be serious about living our life and making the most of it and having it to the fullest. Fun. The Hierophant is the mentor seeking knowledge. And this is what we are, seeking knowledge of who we are. Who are you? What are you doing here? In its simplest form, the Hierophant represents a mentor or teacher. This card signifies a hunger for knowledge, whether it is in the practical or spiritual realm. You've come as far as you can on your own. Now it's the time to deepen your practice. Don't hesitate to join a class or go to a workshop. Don't be afraid of new experiences. A new ceremony or ritual may prove to be both comforting and rewarding. Open your heart and your teacher will soon appear. There is that saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. But I think it works the other ways. When the teacher is ready, the student appears. Whoa. What is the greatest teacher in your life? The greatest teacher that we have is our own lives. Is this a little one inside here holding all those records? Holding all those records. Is it a baby's responsibility to carry all the shame and pain and blame? So how much do you keep putting on that baby inside of you? Only you can stop that too. Look at that. We had the mouse energy, this raven energy. I saw lots of ravens when I was out this weekend. That's magic. Let's not scrutinize things. No, Bunny's not here. Let's not call in our fears either. But what a beautiful spread today. Thank you. So go deep within. Okay? Life's greatest teacher is the life you've lived so far already. That's your greatest teacher, your own experiences. And have they made you bitter or wiser? Oh, biggest heart hugs ever. Yes. Thank you for being you, shining your light through everything you do, because you know this world really needs you. And hey, workshops and rituals, anybody want to come and help me out here, and we'll put together something as things are opening up. I still have the backyard space, so I need to do things to start making money. So I am open for business. I have this little office space here for rent, and September 1st, I have a combo room downstairs. It's living room and the bedroom. It's open. There's no dividing wall, whatever. It's all open, but it's big enough. Living room and bedroom. It'll come with a full-size fridge, and you just have to share the bathroom and the kitchen. And I need help out here too, so we can do negotiations with that. So I need somebody that's already helping themselves, because I'm not doing it to help somebody else. I am doing it to help myself. So I need to be able to get to $600 to $700 for it. Friend even said I could probably get 8, but we will negotiate that depending on what you have to offer in services here, whether it be in yard work or homekeeping, whatever, because I need help with that. And they don't give that to me with community living or the PSW. They'll wash me, but I do need help to keep the home running smoothly. So that could be something that arranged, and maybe, but I really need the finances, most importantly. And I don't need anybody coming in thinking they know what I need better than me, because I may not speak it, because I keep it to myself. I already know what I need. I listen to the messages more than any human being, and if you're offended by that, then excuse me. That's something you need to check in yourself, because I would hope you knew that too. I check in. Always checking in, and that's what I listen to more than any man or any human being. It is my source. Because that is always there. Never turns its back. And we are not separate from it. Love yous. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you. Where's my extension for my finger? Okay. Love you.